but now you'll see what this passion made of me. No disrespect, respectfully, but the Maize madman's been set free.
Good afternoon, good people. It is I, the Maize Madman. We are here for a special Saturday edition of the BlueTube call-in show. The link is in the chat. Anybody who wants to come up, feel welcome. That said, we got some things to talk about. We're going to talk about quarterback competition in camp. We're going to talk about other position battles in camp. We're also going to talk about a certain quarterback who is set to commit to the Wolverines here in short order. We'll get to all of that here in a second. First, let me thank some people in the chat right now. It's Mike Legend Dolo in the chat. Shout out to my guy Mike Legend, who says, woo, go blue, of course. Also, let's not get it twisted. Savion Hyder is still out there. He's set to commit next weekend, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the 18th is when he's set to commit, which looks like it's a Monday. It could be the 19th, which would be that Tuesday. I have to go and double check that. But Savion Hyder, 5-star running back, also got some good news inadvertently, maybe, about Savion Hyder from another Virginia, Michigan player who was talking to Sam Webb recently, Shamari Earls, the 4-star corner or former 4-star corner. He's now a freshman at the University of Michigan in fall camp. Spoke with Sam Webb, said that that maybe Michigan will have its 4th player in the class from the state of Virginia, or on the team from the state of Virginia, in one Savion Hyder. So be on the lookout for that. By the way, I think it is the class, by the way, from the state of Virginia. Shamari Earl is also from the state of Virginia, so he might know a thing or two. We're going to talk about that here in a second, too. Shout out to Terry, who just joined the conversation. Go Blue. Let's get to this, though. Let's start right here. Quarterback competition decided. Listen, for all intents and purposes, it feels like this thing is over. Bryce Underwood, freshman, out of the state of Michigan, 5-star, number 1 recruit in the class of 2024, or was that 5? I'm sorry, 2025, number 1 quarterback. Looks like he will be the starter of for Michigan this season. Shout out to my guy G, who just joined the conversation. G, stay fly, bro. I gotta give. It's been a while since G been up.
You know, I gotta stay. You know,
all the time, bro. You always crispy. I appreciate that. What's good with you, man?
Oh man, just checking in with everybody, man. Seeing what's going on.
No doubt. Look, this quarterback competition, they saying it's over, bro. They saying Bryce Underwood is the guy. Did you think it would be somebody else? Let's start there. Did you think it would ever be somebody else?
Well, no, especially since King had that injury. I think that put him too far behind learning the offense.
Talking about Mike
And
King.
then, yeah, Mikey King, that put him behind, you know, a little bit learning the offense. And then Garcia came in late. You know, we just got 2 veterans, you know, in there to help push Bryce. But like I was saying before, if you just go in and name some of these dudes, you know, starters right away, they could get complacent. So you got to have some type of competition. You got to have some kind of, hey, work for it. And, you know, truth be told, a lot of kids don't want to come in and just, you know, be given. They want to work to get it. That's the only way that they evolve and get better, is if they have to work. Because if they go on to teams where they just hand it over, shit, what kind of state is that team in?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Rashad. I'm upset. Yeah, listen, dog. I agree with you 100%. You definitely don't want Bryce to get complacent. And from everything that I've read about Bryce, he didn't want it to be given to him, right? They didn't want it to be handed to him. He's been through a spring camp. he's now in the fall camp where it looks like that he has the team. And I say that because he's organizing, throwing session with the wide receivers. He's getting on people who aren't necessarily doing the right things, running the right routes and stuff like that. This is all the stuff that we're hearing from camp. And when Sharon Moore, the head coach, spoke about who that starting quarterback would be, he said specifically that it would be somebody who has the team, right? And right now, it looks like that somebody is definitely Bryce Underwood.
And what better person to be the best quarterback of your team than somebody local? So imagine on a week, on days off and shit, you a Florida wide receiver or you a Georgia running back or something. Guess what? I know some spots we could go hang at.
Right.
We gonna stay as a unit. So your leaders being local, man, that's important. That's real
Definitely.
important.
Definitely. And look, we talked about this last year. I think the end of last year coming into this season. G, I think you've been a part of these discussions too. Even if it was Mikey Keene that got the starting job early, right? The crowd, those Michigan fans, were as soon as Mikey Keene did something that they didn't like through one too many interceptions, through one too many incompletions, the noise level was going to be crazy to get Bryce in there anyway
Yeah,
because he's a local kid.
and I think he would have played probably the same JJ role. Like they would have put him in for some plays. I don't think it's nowhere in the world that he wasn't gonna play in every game, some
Right,
type of situation.
right. Yeah, no
But
doubt.
yeah, winning outright though, if he earns it, then that's basically what we need is him to earn it.
Right. That's the right way to do it. One quarterback you didn't mention, G, I haven't mentioned yet. Uh Jaden
Our
Davis.
boy.
Right. Jaden Davis, we didn't talk about it. We saw him in the spring. He didn't look great in the spring, but that's just a glorified practice. We're not gonna hold that totally against him. But what are your thoughts in the sense that nobody's talking about him? Like it's not just me and you or Michigan fans per se, but even the coaching staff, he's not one of the people that they're mentioning in terms of being in that starting competition.
So I'm definitely with your boy Kinetic in the fact that people can get better and you expect it to get better as you progress. But I definitely think that what we had going on last year, he could have played in a few games and still kept his red shirt. So
Right.
not getting in last year, when we flip flopped the quarterbacks a couple times, I knew then. Well, once Bryce committed, I knew then that Jaden Davis probably was never going to start a game at Michigan because now you in the same eligibility bracket with Boy Wonder. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you go and win it and you start playing, then maybe you do good. Bryce red shirt and you good.
Right.
But yeah, I think he hurt himself by not playing last year.
Bro, I mentioned this, and we're gonna get right to you, Mr. Maize and Blue, right in a second. I mentioned this all last year, bro. It's something about being the incumbent and having a new person come in and have to take that from you. Then both of y'all starting here. If both of y'all are starting here, it's not a competition in terms of Jaden Davis and Bryce Underwood. But if Jaden Davis had come in there last year when we thought he should have, like in that Washington game or
Yeah,
even in that bowl game, right? Davis
yeah.
gets hurt. They put back in a guy who's already said he was transferring. That should have been Jaden Davis right there and let him go in there and see what he's got. Because if he shows out in that game even, then the noise for Bryce might be the volume might be a little lower because we saw this guy can play football. You know what I mean?
But even if he don't show out, he gets some live game action. He gets something to because all he's getting is practice reps in the spring game. So he not getting the enemy coming at you. He not getting that even just getting that live game. I think would have helped prepare him a little bit more. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. Shout out to John Diadamo who's in the chat. Be sure to check him out on Voice of College Football. Mr. Mason Blue, what's good, man? First time caller. You're muted. We can't
You
hear
got
you.
mute.
I don't know what's going on with the mic.
Either you at mute or McDonald's changed their background.
Yo, I don't know, man. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Gotta get your mic situation. While you work that out, though, definitely what you were saying. Just chime in when you get your mic together. And we'll go with you.
I don't
Still
think
can't
he
hear.
might can't hear us because it seems like he's still talking, like he can't hear us either.
I think he can hear us. Here, I'm gonna try to.
Oh, you
It's not. I don't know, man. Try to come down and come back up.
How about now?
No, you're good now. We can hear
there
you
you
now.
go.
Go ahead.
There you go.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm first time calling in, but been following your show for a good minute now, man. Love the content. And
thank you.
Go Blue from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Go Blue.
So, yeah. So I definitely think I saw Jaden Davis play several times when I was in high school because I live probably a good 20 minutes from his high school.
Yes,
And
sir.
he was surrounded by a lot of talent in high school, but he should have been used to that and should have made more of an impact this freshman year and should have went on in there and did what he had to do, because once you reach this point in playing football, it's the talent will not depreciate. It's only going to get stiffer and stiffer if he reaches the point that he could, entertain the possibility of playing pro ball. The competition is only going to get stiffer, so you go for it. If the opportunity it presents itself, you got to take the horse by the reins and ride like you're in the Kentucky Derby. But I want to touch on something, if you don't mind, that I think a lot of Michigan fans should know.
All right.
You have a lot of callers on some of the programs that I listen to that always talk about Ohio State and Michigan, and especially Buckeye fans always trying to flex that the past 4 years have been some type of anomaly or something, some kind of miracle happened, or of course that we cheated. But this is what Michigan fans should put in their clip, and they should fire it at Ohio State fans every time they get the chance. In 2001, when Tressel took over for John Cooper, the record between Michigan and Ohio State stood at 55, 35, and 6. We were a full 2 decades ahead in the series.
Right.
All right. So with their 17 and 7 run over the past 25 years, minus the one COVID year, all they've managed to do in 25 years is pull within 11 games. Nobody, and Michigan fans need to make more of a big deal out of the fact that we have never trailed in the series. Anytime they comment, bust them in the head with it.
Right.
Because can you imagine how insufferable Ohio State fans would be if they were in the same position that we're in? Can you imagine how insufferable Ohio State fans would be if they always led the series?
Right.
And they didn't do anything to us in the past 25 years that we didn't do to them in the previous 25 years. The previous 25 years, Earl Bruce was 5-5 against Michigan. John Cooper was 2-10-1 versus Michigan. So it's a 2-game difference the previous 25 years between what we did to Ohio State and what they did to us in the past 25 years.
Right.
So keep this in your clip. And when Ohio State fans come at you sideways, bust them in the head with it.
Yes,
Hey, I
sir.
got one
That's
question
what I
for you,
want to
Mr.
see.
Mays. Mr. Mays, I
Yeah.
got one question for you.
All right.
Where the hell you been, man? You should have been called up. I like
Hey, man. On,
that.
on my day job, man, I drive a concrete truck, and a lot of the
Mm,
times when the shows are going on, I have to be in the bed because I have to be at work super early sometimes, so I can't always get in on the shows. But I saw this pop up because I'm subscribed. Anytime you do a show, it pops up in my feed. So I was like, oh man, it's Saturday afternoon. I can jump in here. So
yes,
man,
sir.
Just follow the speed limits because I'm the safety guy out there.
okay. Trust me, I know. I know, man. Hey, dude, I'm 62, so I'm trying to get out of here, man. I'm trying to get out
All
the
right,
business.
that's
Yes,
right.
But yeah,
sir.
man, I am so amped about this season. I don't know what to do, bruh. It's killing me. I cannot
Absolutely.
wait. So, man, enjoy the content, Maize Madman, and Maniac when he's in here, man. Enjoy all you guys, man. And I will definitely jump in here anytime I get the chance during the season.
We look forward to it, man.
All
Salute.
right,
All
man.
right, thanks a
Yes,
Thank
lot.
sir.
thank you for letting me chime in.
Of course,
Salute, salute.
anytime.
All right.
Bishop Gumbo is fire. I like it.
What's going on? You know, I had to drop in. We haven't talked in a little bit,
Yes,
and it's
sir.
getting a little. It's we all get antsy because I could tell. I said I was listening to you. I was like, look, I'm like a quarter horse in the stall. I'm itching to see some type of football going on.
Right. No doubt,
So,
man. What do you so do you have an opinion on the quarterback race? Do you think that Jaden Davis made a mistake not playing at all last year, or do you think any of that would have mattered at all?
uh, anytime you could get on the field is a plus.
Mhm.
Experience is the necessary to be able to be comfortable and come second nature to you to where you're just flowing with the game. So I always want somebody to get some experience rather than none.
No doubt, no doubt. Let's move the conversation along, right? We talked about the quarterback position. That battle seems to be over, at least from the outside looking in. Another competition that is getting a lot of attention is the left tackle position, Evan Link. Of course, there are people who think that he could have played better than he did at times last year, especially up until maybe the last quarter of the season. There were rumors that he was getting pushed by the true freshman, Andrew Babalola. And first of all, let's start there. Do you think a true freshman can start at left tackle at this level that Michigan is playing at in college football? Is that a possibility? Do you think that that's a good idea? Give me you guys' thoughts on that.
Go ahead, Gumbo, kick it off.
All right, all right. Look. Um, I know back in our day is a little different, but nowadays the way they have structured everything and that it's more nationwide, they have a better chance of starting because they have started early and they keep the type of competition. And it's just a matter of how quickly can they assimilate and get their playbook to where they're not thinking, but they're playing.
No doubt. Mr. Maize, what's your thoughts on that? True freshman left tackle over an incumbent in Evan Link. What do you think?
Well, I think that that with Link, one of the things that people fail to realize and credit him for is last year he was just a redshirt freshman.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And from what he said in an interview that I heard, he had been playing left tackle since 8th grade. which means that it's a whole different hand placement and completely different footwork that you have to learn to play left than it takes to play right.
Right.
So with that being said, you have to credit a kid as he progresses in age and maturity. You got to credit them with the possibility, the likely possibility that with each year they're going to get better.
Right.
I mean, because with anything else, when you the muscle memory that it takes to play a position, if he's back at left, then they saw what they needed from Sprague to play right, and then he's back in his natural position, the position that he feels most comfortable at. So we got to give him credit, because straight up, man, in the bowl game, he balled out at left.
He did.
He balled out at left. And so we have to credit him for that and realize that with time comes experience, and with experience, he will get better. So I think that the job is links to lose, because none of us, as a Big Ten season wears on, wants to trust a freshman with protecting a 8-figure quarterback.
Right.
Let's just be honest. So none of us want to do that. So I say take the guy with experience. If he loses the job, he loses the job. But at least we have him on the roster. But I don't see a freshman coming in there beating him out. I don't see Blake Frazier beating him out, because man, I was at the USC game last year, and I was standing about 3 rows after the ball game. I was standing about 3 rows from Evan Link, and man, he could be
Big
a
boy.
mountain
That's a big boy.
in the Rockies. He is huge, man. So he's gonna protect. We just got to give him time, man, and see that he'll get better with age, just like all of us have in whatever our personal pursuits are.
No doubt. Troy, welcome to the show. It's like we got all our unks up here tonight. Shout out. What's good, Troy?
We're representing.
No doubt, man.
Salute.
You guys look good too, man. Appreciate y'all.
Troy, what you doing with a red shirt on, man?
That's the first thing I saw when I saw him, but
Hey, this is my Earl Spence shirt, man. Forgive me.
okay, all right.
No doubt, man.
Hey,
What do you think about
no red allowed in the facilities. No red allowed in the facilities.
Easy.
Hey, I'm chilling.
You're like on a recruit. You're like on a recruiting trip right now. You got to see that.
I got one more play.
It's my hand down, man down shirt, but
I'm just mad.
And we seen what happened to him, so
no doubt, man. G, go ahead. What do you think?
So, I'm about the competition. Whoever win it. My only thing is, for some reason, Evan Link is one of the best 5 linemen from all accounts, because even when they talk about him if he doesn't win that, maybe they kick him in the guard. So for some reason, he keep coming up. So I'm kind of like the Maize, because if you give him time to play his natural position where he's been playing his whole life, then it's gonna come back natural. Going like you say, going on that right side, yeah, he probably looked like JV, but then it come from experience, and for one, redshirt freshman, but for 2, playing a different position. I mean, it's not like all our other guys that switch positions played those positions at least in high school or played it before. So switching positions for, Hassan them wasn't just foreign, moving to the other side was foreign, but he looked good on the left side. If he get beat out, then shit, that's a good problem to have, but I don't see him get beat out.
No doubt.
No, neither.
Troy, you got a comment on this one?
I mean, we had a similar question the other week, and I think I commented that I thought it was a bad thing when a freshman is going to push the incumbent out. I didn't think it was a good situation if that was going down. But as upon looking at the interviews that I've seen Mr. Babalola do and all of that kind of stuff,
Right.
and I see he's a poised young man. By all accounts of the other interviews I heard, but I think it was our guard was in an interview and said the guy is strong. He's got great footwork and all of that kind of stuff. I may be able to adjust my position. If he's good enough for the job, so be it. But
Right.
my initial reaction was, no, this is not a good situation.
Yeah. I agree with everybody made valid points here. And to be fair, it looks like Evan Link will, win it out. From what I've been reading and updated on, Evan Link has been playing pretty well in the fall. The spring, it might have been a different situation, but he came back and is looking pretty good this fall. So that may move, Babalola to his backup or whatever, however that shakes out. But I think along the line, you got some experience with guys like El Hadi and Crippen, right? And I think they'll be the starting center and left or right guard or left guard in this case, because I think Afobe and the other guy whose name is escaping me right now are battling for that.
Right.
Guarnera.
Hatar, the transfer.
Hatar, right?
Yeah.
Hatar battling for right guard. Guarnera is going to be in that center battle, right? Maybe second string, third string center, and then of course on the right side, that looks like it's the most concrete in the sense of Sprague, right? So I think that it's a good sign that Evan Link came back and fought for his job and looks like he's going to win it at left tackle. But I also like the fact that the freshman, pushed him. That obviously shows that he is who we think he is too. So that's a good sign there.
That's what I was going to add that anything happens, if that freshman is pushing like that, then you can trust when he does need to come in that the level won't drop off.
Right. Nah, no doubt about it. The running back room, we lost CJ Hester, right? Not that is consequential, at least from the outside looking in. He has decided to take a red shirt and keep 2 years of eligibility. He was already a transfer. I believe he transferred from UMass. I could be wrong about that. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong in the chat.
You're correct.
Okay. Transfer from UMass. Not gonna be playing for Michigan this season, and I think a lot of that has to do with the depth chart, not just for this season, but he might have gotten wind of what we're going to talk about here in a second too, and that's a certain somebody from Virginia coming to Michigan here in short order, along with what the roster already has, right? With the two starters we know, Jordan Marshall, Justice Haynes, there's Micah Kaipana, there's Kuzdal, there's the two freshmen there now with Donovan Johnson and Jasper Parker, who I think is going to be actually
Johnson is going to red shirt. They're going to give him he's going to red shirt because of his injury. Yeah.
Right. But
And
that's
Volker.
just that room, right? Absolutely. Volker, who came from Princeton, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
The room is pretty stacked and is only going to get better with the addition of a certain somebody, which we'll get to in a second. But what are your thoughts on the room? What are your thoughts on CJ Hester departure? Does it matter at all?
Well,
I'm glad he departed. I mean, personally, personally, it opened up spots for Kapana and Kuzdal to get in there and show. The depth is we got enough depth, but also with the numbers game the way they are now, I don't know how good that new linebacker is. I don't know if he was going to get to that, but that could have possibly opened up a spot for that transfer linebacker to come in too. So
Right.
spots, places where we really deep and people probably not going to contribute because if you look at it, all of our running backs can come back next year again. Nope,
Right.
nobody is out of eligibility. Like so,
Mhm.
that's probably our strongest room, especially if we get a certain somebody
Right.
from Virginia. So
Um.
I didn't mind it at all.
Now I think Justice Haynes might. It's a possibility Justice Haynes leaves after this season,
No,
especially
no,
if he has a
no.
good
Mhm.
season.
Yeah, I'm saying but he doesn't have to.
Oh, right.
Meaning,
Yeah.
Yeah,
meaning is
1000%.
meaning
yeah.
there's
Right.
nobody that's out of eligibility yet.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I personally think that this year's running back room is in the past half decade. I think we got the nastiest running back room we've had. Now,
Mm.
on top end, I would have to give it to 2021 because we had Donovan, we had Haskins, and we had Blake.
Right.
But in terms of complete running backs, I think that both the starting running backs this season are
Mhm.
better pass catchers than 2021 to 2024, like
Right.
the backs that we had. Uh, Blake was a solid pass catcher, yards after catch pass catcher, but he was not what Marshall and Haynes are. Both Marshall and Haynes are, you miss one tackle and we'll house it on you from anywhere on the field, guys.
Mhm.
And Haskins wasn't going to run away from a 4-3 defensive back, but he was going to move them chains. And the
Right.
same thing with Blake. But both our running backs, our starting running backs this year, are guys that can house it on you. So I think that with the depth that we have, and the one that I really would like to see step up and become the solid running back 3 is Carpano, because I think in a straight line, he might
Right.
be the fastest player on the team. The dude can scat. We've never heard his numbers, but dude, if you watch his high school film, I would not doubt hearing him being a 4.25 guy. I mean a 4.35 guy all day long because he can fly. So
Absolutely. We've given some of his numbers on the show. He didn't get it. He wasn't rushing a lot. He had but he had like something with like 70 carries somewhere around there with
yeah,
like over
1,000 yards on 70.
yards.
Yep,
Crazy. Yeah.
that's
He's
bananas, man.
absolutely and I agree with you on straight line speed. Definitely the fastest, I believe, in that room. And then one of the would challenge anybody on the team in terms of straight line speed. But go ahead, guys.
I mean, I agree with what my brother said. The room is deep. I long for the days of having somebody like Wheatley and uh and A Train and all of them and on the same team at the same time. I mean,
Right.
you can't go wrong when you stacking them. But yeah, it's a good situation we got right now, and it's gonna get better if what you have been alluding to happens.
Look, I
and
don't want to. Oh, go ahead,
look,
G.
I don't want to jump too far ahead, but
Yeah,
the number one running back in 2027 is coming to visit for a game too. So
yeah, yeah.
the
Listen,
command
Yeah,
guy, yeah.
yeah.
if we're talking about
He's
running the
currently
football, oh, go ahead,
he's
Mister.
currently committed to Penn State, right?
Or did he
It,
decommit? Or did he stay
has he
committed?
decommitted? Or
I,
as far
I
as I know,
thought I'm
he
not
was.
sure,
Yeah, but he's coming for a game.
but he coming to visit. Yeah, he
For
coming
the
to visit for sure.
It's coming for the Wisconsin game, which is the game I hope to come up for this year.
Yeah. Oh, you guys talking about Miss Kaman?
Come on, yeah, the
yeah.
running back.
He's from PA, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's from
Yeah.
PA, and right now, from what I understand, he's actually committed to Penn State, but he's really
He is.
interested in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. We have not talked about this person yet, but let's go ahead and talk about it.
Uh-oh.
So here's the thing. This person, Savion Hyder, is slated to commit in about a week and a half. I think it's the 18th or the 19th.
19.
The 19th. Somebody, you don't have to correct me now. These guys did. My unks here corrected me. The 19th, Savion Hyder out of Mineral, Virginia, makes his decision on whether or not it's Michigan or Tennessee or the other state. I almost called them by their name, or those other two schools that are in his top list or whatever. Right. For the last couple months, the last month or so, it's really been a 2-team race between Michigan and Tennessee, with nobody really knowing. However, there has been a breach in the information, and one Mr. Shamari Earls, who was interviewed with Sam Webb, who is also from Virginia, by the way, Shamari Earls, that is, may have, spilled the beans on where Savion is heading, and it looks like Michigan will be getting yet another elite running back. Savion Hyder, not just any running back, either an elite running back, who is the number 1 running back in his class. I believe that's still the case. A 5-star. Michigan has been the favorite or one of the favorites his entire recruitment, really. Tony Alford built a strong, rapport with them. What do you guys think on Savion Hyder and what he brings to Michigan? Because nothing's been set in stone yet. Again, I want to make that clear. But if he does come to Michigan, what do you guys think that does to the room? And what did he bring? What does he bring?
Man. Go ahead. You go first.
You go ahead, G. You go ahead.
Okay, yeah, because I'm gonna bounce around, man. I think if he commits,
right,
and with the Fong bomb coming in for Peter Bourque,
right,
I think that's gonna start like the real chain of recruits that we was looking for in this class. I think he will make the 27 class very elite because they're going to start wanting to really come play with these dudes now.
Well,
He
he's
is
actually
going
in
to elevate.
26.
No, I
Savion.
know.
Okay, all right.
No, yeah. What I'm saying, because 26 will be wrapping up with
Right.
him and maybe a couple more.
Right.
But with the room and how young the team is, now you got that 27 class that get to come in and play with those dudes. And
Yeah.
I think his effect is gonna be like Bryce's. It's gonna expand, make other people want to come and play. Because man, if he come,
Yeah. Bro, I get it. 1,000%. Brandon says it's huge if Savion commits. He'll be our second best offensive commit since Bryce. That would be a fact. Seeing as Babalola committed before Bryce, and Savion definitely in terms of skill position would be the second best commit since Bryce. Mr. Maize, what's your thoughts?
Man, I'll be completely honest, man. This kid has some of the most ridiculous film I've seen on a huddle since.
Right.
Have any of you guys ever seen the guy that I think has the best huddle tape in the history of football? Tavon Austin. If you ever have spare time, watch Tavon Austin's huddle tape. It is ridiculous.
Facts.
Savion Hyder, his huddle tape reminds me of Tavon Austin. And the thing about it is, all right, since there is an arms race now that pay for play is legal, since there's an arms race in college football, and Michigan is right in the thick of heavy hitters, we got schools that used to send the bag man out that are tapping out now.
Yeah.
I just recently heard that Georgia and LSU were backing out of NIL deals with a 5-star wide receiver.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Michigan has deep pockets. So what I want out of Savion Hyder is I want Michigan's running back room in the future to become what Ohio State's running back room has become over the last decade. That's what I want. And it all starts with Savion Hyder, because we're already elite, but we will be next level when we add him to our running back room. That's
think about it. Think about it. All our last 4 or 5 running backs all made the NFL, including my guy that transferred to UCLA.
Yeah. Charbonnet.
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 Right.
Yep.
So we've been, the running back room, they ain't been the highest recruits, but they get there and they make it to get to the NFL, and Donovan is doing good catching passes out the backfield in New York right now.
Now think about this though, guys. Ask yourselves, where are the Travion Hendersons now that Ohio State has become wide receiver U?
Travion Henderson ran the 100-yard kickoff back yesterday.
Yeah,
he did. He did.
He was smoking too.
I made that point because their running back room this year, I think their highest rated running back was like a 94 on the 24/7 scale.
Right.
He was like a 94. What's his name? Peoples or
James Peoples.
James Peoples. He was like a 94. Now you think about that. Prior to Ohio State becoming pass happy, they got whoever they wanted, running back, wide receiver, regardless. Because his junior year of high school, he got injured. But what's the guy's name that was before Travion that played for the Ravens? J.K. Dobbins.
Right. Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins was one of the highest rated running backs to ever come to Ohio State based on his sophomore film. And then he was out his whole junior year and part of his senior year with a really bad broken leg, and which he overcame. But Ohio State used to have dogs at running back, but they pass the ball. They're not getting those guys. Which opens the door for Michigan to go get the guys that they're not getting, because everybody knows we tote the rock.
1000%. And real quick, I'm in a chat group with members of my family that include a couple of my uncles. And we just talked about this because, of course, me being from Ohio, my family members are Ohio State fans, and they texted me after Travion ran that 100-yard kickoff or whatever, which was impressive, by the way. And one of the things I told them is, bro, if this was Urban Meyer's Ohio State, y'all would be out there. Travion would have looked even better at Ohio State. I texted them all of Travion's games where he got at least 20 carries. One of those games, he almost had 300 yards rushing, but there was only one of those games where he didn't hit 100 yards, right? And he had 90 something in that game. But every time he got a bulk of carries, he showed out. And it's because this Ryan Day pass happy offense that like you said, Mr. Maize, to your point, is opening the door for people like Michigan, programs like Michigan, to, especially in that Midwest. If it's not Michigan, Notre Dame obviously does pose a threat there too. But Why, if you're a top running back, why would you go to Ohio State right now?
Exactly. Let me ask you guys something. Do y'all remember Travion Henderson's first game at Ohio State? It was
No.
on Fox. It was
Yep.
on a Friday night, and they played Minnesota. And I remember sitting there, and I was like, "Oh my God, we got to deal with this for 3 more years."
All right.
And ironically, here we are 4 years later, which I never thought after seeing that game on a Friday night. And
right.
I mean, he bloodied. It was at Minnesota, and he bloodied their nose. And I was like, man, we got to deal with this fool. We just got rid of J.K. Dobbins. Now we got to deal with this. But it's so ironic that in 4 tries, he never had a 100-yard game against Michigan. 4 tries.
Right.
But they, Zach Smith made one of the most interesting points that I ever heard. And I don't like much that he says, but I believe him when he said this.
Yeah.
He said that the reason that Michigan is kicking Ohio State's butt right now is that when Urban was there, Urban put a premium on speed. And he said Ryan Day has not. He said Ryan Day recruits stars. Who has the highest star rating? So what did Michigan do in the interim? The past 4 years, we have been a faster team than Ohio State. It's evident. We've been a faster team. Because, look, Marvin would have been a possession receiver with some of the speed that he would have been a possession receiver only with some of the speed that Ohio State had at wide receiver when Urban Meyer was there. But Michigan leveled up when it came to speed. We got the speed. On defense, we got defensive backs that's got wheels, and that leveled everything up. Now I'm gonna shut up and listen to everybody else.
No doubt, man. You're preaching though. Good, it's good stuff. Troy, Bishop, y'all got something to add to this?
This go ahead, Troy.
Go ahead, man. I'm good. I'm good.
No, I'm just thankful to be amongst y'all. And Maize, the offer is still there. I know y'all coming soon to our land. So
no doubt. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, and absolutely.
Shout out when you come down to Soonerland, we'll make sure you guys are taken care of.
Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy Tapes the Cane. Here we got 2027 Peter Bourque. We're gonna touch on that here in a second too. And shout out to you for being a member for 8 months. You should become a member. I'm talking to everybody else in that chat who's not a member. Ralph is here, the O-line, D-line. It's been a difference in the game. Larry Johnson living off Bosa and Chase Young. Not a great D-line coach. Listen, he is living off of past glories to a certain degree, but I gotta give him some credit. Listen, those JTT and what's the other guy that Ryan Day jumped in his arms after the game?
Sawyer.
Crybaby or
yeah, right. Those dudes were both 5-star defensive edges, right? When he got them, they didn't pan out. It didn't pan out that they just dominated like those other guys that you mentioned, but he certainly recruited them. They were highly recruited. Let me say that, highly touted. Let me say that. But I get what you're saying. They haven't produced necessarily a Chase Young since Chase Young, right? There's been no more Chase Youngs, and we can make an argument that Chase Young's super special, but yeah. Tyleek Williams is a good football player.
He's the only round 1 defensive lineman for Ohio State since Chase Young.
Crazy.
You think with the way that they recruit, you would think they would have more. But Sawyer was the number 3 edge in 21. He was the number 1 overall recruit in Ohio, and JTT was the number 3 overall recruit.
And the number
in the
one
class
edge, right?
And the number one edge.
Right.
And neither one of them went in round one. That's a black eye for Larry Johnson.
1,000%. 1,000. And if JTT played everybody like he played Penn State, then maybe he could have done a little better. But you know,
He wrecked
whatever.
Penn State that day.
He did.
He wrecked Penn State that day.
Him threw
Man.
the PA panel today. No
That's-
doubt, man.
That was hilarious, man. Because man, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, bruh, we got to deal with this guy. And then when we got to him after that Penn State game, it was crickets, bruh.
That's a fact.
In 4 tries, Sawyer and JTT in 4 tries have a grand total of 3 sacks in
Right.
4 tries against Michigan. 3.
Insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not scary.
1,000%.
I thought it was incredible that did they have a sack against us in last year's the game?
I don't think Ohio State had a sack last year. JTT had 1 sack. He had 1 sack his junior year. He had 1 sack his sophomore year. And then Sawyer had a sack, but I don't remember which year. But it wasn't this past year.
Yeah.
It wasn't this past year. And I think if they did have a sack this past year, it was Williams. It came from the interior. I don't think an edge guy. I don't think it was an edge guy.
So I'm looking now. They did not. There were 0 sacks given
0
up
sacks.
by Michigan in the game this past year.
What? Davis Warren didn't get sacked or did he get sacked?
That's what I actually had to sit there and think about it. Davis Warren actually ran for a first down in that game as well. Straight up the gut.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, he is right.
Part 2.
Who did?
I said Cade McNamara Part 2.
Yeah. Listen, man, you know how I feel about Make-A-Wish Warren. That said, he does on his resume have, undefeated against the other state.
Right.
So there's that.
Right.
Oh my goodness, man. That's the best
Yeah,
one I heard all day.
Even when giving away Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that interception was a gift, bro. That was disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
He threw it the only place he couldn't throw it. That's crazy.
I was kind of wondering on that play that if the receiver had a sat down in the end zone, it would have been it still would have been wide open. But he kind of ran and he kind of kept running.
No, Troy. Davis Warren had no business.
I ain't trying to
It's nobody's fault but Davis Warren. That was gross, bro. And then for it to be Sawyer too, which added a little more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just gonna say.
Yeah. But yeah, nah, he gets.
I'm not trying to cause any problems. I'm just trying to say.
Listen, I've watched that game. I've watched that game no less than 15 times. And every time that play get ready to come, I go get something to drink. Like, no way. Alex Orgy could have made that throw. Shit, that was Jaden Davis trying to get a touchdown. Like that.
Wait a minute.
Stevie Wonder could have made the throw, bro.
Yeah.
It was that bad. Hey, listen, look at my guy Thunder Redmond is here. He had the shirt open at first, trying to show y'all his chest. Shout out to Big Tim. And of course, we got my guy Mike Legend. Free hot dogs, Mike Legend. What's good?
Living the dream. I just thought I'd hop on here real quick.
Yes, sir.
My daughter's birthday here in a short bit.
Oh man, happy birthday to her, man.
Yeah.
It's my daughter's birthday as well.
Happy birthday to your daughter.
Shit, happy birthday. Go Blue.
Right. Go Blue, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim, is it your birthday?
No.
Yeah. No doubt. Man.
It will be on the 19th though.
Okay. Oh, and you about to get a good birthday
that's what.
present.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Great birthday present for you, Tim. Mike, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was about to say we're about to get Hyder
Yes, sir. For Tim's birthday.
back, right?
Yeah.
We're rolling with deep pockets up in here.
And Bryce Underwood
sir.
Hey,
be going
Tim
on
and
the
Bryce
Sunday.
Underwood got the same birthday.
What? There you go. Tell about that, man. That's dope. Listen, we talked about Savion. We talked about the quarterback room, the left tackle position. Here's another bit of news that came today. Right, that's not it. Right here, Peter Bourque set to commit soon, and Wilt Fong just dropped the Fong bomb for Michigan to land. Peter Bourque, he's a quarterback, 4-star quarterback, I believe, right now in the 27 class. I got some thoughts on this, but I want you guys to share your thoughts on this. Let me share it. First of all, let me share this screen really quick so people can become a little more familiar with Peter. Here he goes, 4-star quarterback out of Massachusetts, 6'4", 195-pounder, had offers from Penn State, UMass, Maryland, Syracuse. Penn State and Michigan were at the top of his list. All right, I want y'all to know that first and foremost. That said, there were rumors that it was another quarterback who just committed to Penn State or is about to commit to Penn State. And that's why it is now Michigan who is, because it took away one of his two choices, who is in the driver's seat for Peter. I have thoughts on this because I like a certain guy named Malachi Ziegler, but I like most a different guy from Louisiana. Malachi Ziegler also is from the state of Louisiana, by the way. But there's another quarterback in Louisiana, Elijah Haven, who's the #1 player in the class, who's visited Michigan like 4 times on his own dime, who is very interested in the Wolverines, that I really like. But what's you guys' take on this? Obviously, getting a quarterback early is great in any class. Let me start by saying that. But go ahead, guys.
So I like this. I like Bourque. I've been on Bourque from the beginning. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
The same reason why that mine Smigel, tomato, however you say his name, is because I'm really looking for Donald Tabor to come in 2028.
Okay.
One because of who he is, how he play. Another is the thing we talked about earlier, being that local team leader to get there. We got a bunch of high end recruits this year, in 2027 in Michigan that we're trying to get to stay home. The Chad Willises and the Dakotas, the receivers. So I think Bourque is good enough to be able to come in and play if we need him, if he developed and all that. But I don't think he is Elijah Haven that's going to run off Donald Tabor. So that's just my selfish way. You know what I think if we get Haven, I don't think we don't get Tabor.
Right. No doubt. Mr. Maize, what are your thoughts on it?
I couldn't agree more, because it's not that these 5-star and up kids don't want to compete, but the room is going to be stacked behind the guy that, if the room is stacked behind the guy that you're coming in behind, the path to the field gets a whole lot more crowded. And I think that if they get Bourque, already having Smigel or Smeagol, I still haven't figured out how to say it.
It's Smigel. It's somebody. One of the recruits actually told us what his last name was. It's Smigel.
I said Smigel. Okay, I never would have guessed that in a million years. But you think about it. All right, so a 2027 kid comes, and you've got Smigel, and you've got you got Bryce, you got Smigel, Bryce in his final year, you got Smigel, and then you're up.
Right.
The path to the field is going to be a little bit longer, and these kids don't want to these quarterbacks don't want to spend a whole bunch of years on the sideline holding a clipboard. They want to come play ball. So I think you're right. A guy like Bourque might be more apt to stay at Michigan and get himself developed than a 5-star kid like Haven. Because Haven is nice, man.
Very.
Haven is nice. Now I didn't see anything wrong with Bourque's film, man. His film looked great.
Nah,
Haven,
this is him right here. We're watching. He does look good.
Yeah, he looks good. I don't know about the competition he's playing,
right?
Because Haven plays in Louisiana is loaded with talent. But,
absolutely, yeah, he's playing in Massachusetts. They're not necessarily a football,
But them throws, man.
Hey, Mikey Samer still.
Throws, man.
Hassan.
Yeah. Hassan Haskins from Missouri and who else was that? We had a bunch of big time players like Stuber was from Connecticut. And, Quiddy Pay played in New England.
Right.
So, it doesn't matter where you're from, man. But at the end of the day, a lot of the kids with the high star ratings, they're ready to play. So, I think this would be a good pickup, and having a highly rated quarterback is never going to hurt recruiting.
1000%. Troy, what's your thoughts?
It's ditto. I would rather have Haven.
Yeah.
But just had to deal with what goes down, man. The quarterback situation to me is something that I'm not really privy to. I just let it happen as it does.
No doubt. My guy Mike Legend, what's the word? How you feel about the possibility of Bourque committing in 27? What's your thoughts?
It's far out. I'm good for it. I like the kid. But what I want is Michigan men here.
Yeah.
I want kids that could buy in the culture. I don't care if they're 5-star, 4-star, 3-star.
Right.
0.
No doubt.
What Michigan does with the talent we have, we develop players. I want the Michigan man here, not someone chasing a bag, not someone that's looking to be, it's not there yet.
No, not yet.
I got you, no doubt. My guy Tim, Big Tim, what's your thoughts on Bourque committing? What's your thoughts on the quarterback situation?
That's all right. Okay. About the quarterback, my thing is, as long as the quarterback is better, it's way better. Let's hope that he good enough where when Bryce leaves, it won't be a JJ McCarthy problem again.
Right. Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Jake from Cleveland. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Dallas fans say Michigan got 5 losses on the schedule. He is on the drugs.
One of them is Michael Parsons. That's who Dallas losing. My bad.
Yeah. I don't know
this dude.
Hey.
5 losses. He must get his weed from Snoop Dogg's plug.
He get Willie Nelson is his plug. This is crazy, bro. 5 losses is insane, man.
Let's keep the Dallas Cowboy comments to a minimum, though.
Right.
It'd be 5 losses.
Yo.
It's all right. You a Cowboy fan?
What y'all think about that running back they're trying to flip?
The running back they're trying to flip.
He's a 5-star for next year class, and he currently
committed to Penn State.
And they trying to flip him.
You talking about come on spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about him briefly. He's gonna be visiting. I think Mr. Maize pointed out he'll be visiting here. So
Wisconsin game.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's great. He's also from the state of Pennsylvania. It not only would Michigan be able to flip him, that would be fire, but flipping a Penn State commit from the state of Pennsylvania, big deal. That's a big deal. He's the number one.
Would he be a good partner for Hyder?
Well, Hyder can make you a good
anybody
partner.
that can come in. Yeah, I'll say anybody can come in.
Big Tim out here.
Thunder Randall run for 400 yards.
Right. But yeah, no, I think he'll be a great pair. That said, bro, the room is deep because I think a kid that I've interviewed right here on the channel, Jasper Parker, is really him. I'm not saying he's better than Savion Hyder, right? I wouldn't say that, but he's definitely a difference maker. He's going to be somebody to get some. I think he's going to get some touches this year. But we'll see. You know what I mean? He's got. I think it'll be a good idea
because the reason why he going to be because one of the running backs that battling for RB3, he just announced that he transferred.
Yeah, we talked about him too. But yeah, so I think the running back room is in a great place. It's going to be. I think Mr. Maize alluded to it. How Michigan's running back room can become the other state's wide receiver room. The way that
do they still want Osborne? If they get Hyder, they still want the Osborne.
I think the Osborne ship is sailed.
Yeah. The only way they shift back to Osborne, I don't even want to speak that into existence. But it's only one way that even happens. Well, we're not going to talk about that,
right?
But and I guess from the spring game and getting to talk to the kid after the spring game, we sat out and talked for a few minutes. I'm on the Coos doll shit, man. I really want to see that kid play. Man, he was like, "Did anybody know my name before this game?" Like he asked me when we was talking. I was like, "Shit, we know you now, man."
That's a fact.
Instead of talking, he was a real.
He ran hard
kid,
in that game, man. Yeah,
he ran good.
I like to see that tight end that was catching all those balls from
H-back. Yeah.
Hey, I think he's gonna play a lot this year.
Yeah.
But I cannot agree more with what G said when he said that 2027, 2028, we got kids at home that need to stay at home, and getting Bourque would go a long way toward possibly getting Tabron to stay at home.
Listen.
And I'm just being completely honest, man. I really don't think that Michigan State's gonna get any worse.
Okay.
As much as I despise them, which is every bit as much as I despise Ohio State, I hate Michigan State with the same amount of intensity. But Jonathan Smith's a good coach, and they're not gonna get any worse. And I think that what G said is important. Because if Michigan State snags some in-state guys that are really good, if Michigan gets too national and gets cute with it and don't take care of home, man, they could come back to haunt them. I remember when KJ Hamler and all those guys left the state, and we paid the price for it. Got to take care of home, man.
No, that's a fact. And I think that's very important because I've listened to a couple podcasts from the other state and they say the same thing, right? That Ryan Day has gotten a little too national. There's guys right there in the state that they helped the safety. I think they ended up going to Oregon or something like that, right? He's right in their backyard. And in this class specifically, Michigan didn't do that great in the state of Michigan. Now, granted, it wasn't like they had a bunch of talent this time around, but CJ Sadler is somebody I thought was a Michigan lock. He looks like he's going to North Carolina.
The number 2 player in the state of Ohio is committed to USC.
Right.
Yeah, that's cornerback. That
Yes,
corner.
that's what I
Cornerback.
was. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's you know, you definitely got to put the fence around Michigan, especially for that top end talent.
So I know you won't get into specifics, man. 3M. I know you know a little more, but it's a reason CJ Sadler not coming to Michigan. It's not just they
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
recruit
Yeah.
him. I hear
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
behind the scenes
Because
stuff. Yeah.
if
So
Michigan wanted
yeah,
to go, if Michigan wanted CJ Sadler, the likely or want really put the press on for CJ Sadler, they could get him.
yeah.
My belief. But you know, whatever the reasons are, that's not gonna happen. Shout out to CJ Sadler though, because he's a guy that is dynamic, man. He can really play. So that's gonna be a
CJ
loss.
Sadler, to me, man, his film looks like if Samaj Morgan had speed.
Yeah.
Shots fired, bro. Don't do Samaj like that.
Yeah.
Samaj, man, he got hands, he got lateral quickness, bro. But
Right.
man, I was like, okay, when he got hawked down in the Big Ten championship by a white boy from Iowa, I was like, this might not be good.
I think he was tired. He was tired.
Yeah,
by that time.
he definitely ran out of gas.
The dude ran in front of him and tackled him. He came from the other side of the field and ran in front of him and tackled him.
Yeah,
that's crazy work. That's crazy work.
That was crazy work.
That's
for
bad.
real.
A new segment.
I'm sorry, Tim. What's good, man?
For me?
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. I want to announce that on my show I started a new segment. It's called the Smash Mouth Fridays Breakdown.
Smash Mouth Friday Breakdown. Only on Thunder Redman YouTube channel. Go check that out. Be sure to subscribe to Big Tim's channel. Thunder Redman YouTube show. He's trying to get to 1,000. Let's get him there. Tim, how many subscribers you got right now?
Last time I checked was 206.
Okay. You done hit the 200 mark. Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah, 206.
Absolutely,
right,
man. If everybody watching goes and subscribes to Tim's channel, we can get him that much closer. Let's do that. All right, gentlemen. Look, before we get out of here, all right. We've talked about the running back. We've talked about the quarterback. Speaking on quarterback, because I didn't get to go on this quarterback thing.
All right.
This kid from Louisiana, I'm not talking about Ziegler, I'm talking about Elijah Haven, has come on his own dime, all right, to Ann Arbor, Michigan at least 4 times. All right, he's the #1 recruit in his class right now. He's already 6 feet 5 inches. He's already, 200 plus pounds. Elijah Haven.
That's
quarterback out of Louisiana in the 27 class. Now, what G said and what Mr. Maize have been saying matters, though. It's a delicate process because, yes, we could go full on for Elijah Haven. We can even land Elijah Haven. But then do we alienate somebody like Donald Tabron Jr., right? Because Tabron, 6'4", already. What is he, a freshman? A sophomore?
Yeah. This would be a sophomore year.
Well, he's 28 recruit.
Yeah. So he's going to be a sophomore. He's already 6'4". He's going to grow into that frame. He's already one of the top players in his class. Do you take the risk of getting somebody like Elijah Haven in 27 and alienating a Michigan-born baller like Tabron in 28?
Man, you asked him to explain the Pythagorean theorem.
Right.
I'm saying It's above all our pay grades.
Right.
Look,
To me, just the way quarterbacks commit. If we do the all in on Haven and go in, and he waits it out. If he commit early
Right.
and we can hold it, because LSU is gonna throw everything they can
1,000.
for
They
that
have
kid to
to.
stay
They
they
home.
have
have
to.
to.
Right.
They
They're
have to,
not.
bro.
So if he commit early, it's two things. I'd be like, all right, but then in the back of my mind, I'm gonna be thinking Bryce Underwood. Is he
Right.
go? Is he
Yeah.
gonna get all the way to the end, and they go empty out the bank, the oil wells, and all the shit they got in
They will
Louisiana to
charge
get this
the
kid?
people of Louisiana
Look.
extra tax to get this
Yeah.
kid if that
Look.
happens, by the
And,
way.
Look.
and, and that's what I'm saying. And if we push hard that long and keep them, and then Tabor make an early decision and go somewhere else, then now we got to fight to get them back.
Right.
So sometimes the quarterback position is the only position where you're not gonna load up. Like running backs, yeah, we could go after 2, 3 year, but quarterbacks is hard. You can't miss, but you gotta get. Sometimes you gotta have a good one, and sometimes you gotta go after the great one. We messed
Mm-hmm.
up and
Right.
we lost. Messed up when we went all in for Jaden Davis.
Right.
We messed up when
Mm-hmm.
we lost out on the last two good homegrown
CJ
quarterbacks.
Carr,
Mm-hmm.
Dante
And what
Moore,
else was
right?
CJ Court?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
got to get this right. If we could get some, because Bourque is a top, 150 player. So he
Yeah.
definitely in the top 10 quarterbacks. Like I say,
Right.
Oh
when
yeah.
it first came out, Bourque and the other guy from that area, can't remember his name, but Michigan was in on them early. And I started watching Bourque film and I started saying, yeah, shit, he good enough to come in and be a bridge year. He good enough to come in and play and put somebody, but he ain't where if I'm superior, I'm scared to come in and compete against him. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So he adds that for me. I think he's good enough to come in and play good, but he's not scary enough to keep, the guy I
Right.
want 28 to stay home. So
Exactly. Right.
Real quick,
Look. Hey,
Go
I'm.
ahead. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, great. Great.
Johnson, shout out, man. He's always in the chats. That's my guy.
Absolutely. You talking about Antoine?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Just drop a
Antoine
Antoine
dime.
always
Johnson,
on
for
point.
sure.
Dime.
Hey, M3.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say this. There will never you'll hear a wind coming from the south, and it'll sound like this. If Peter Bourque commits
Right.
and LSU thinks that Michigan is off the Elijah Haven train, we will all hear the whole state of Louisiana sigh.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They be
for
like,
sure.
whew,
For
boy.
sure. No, I agree 1000%, man. And it is a delicate process with these quarterbacks, G, like you were saying,
Mhm.
where Elijah Haven absolutely looks like the real thing, especially following Bryce, right? Because his freshman year would be Bryce's probably last year at Michigan.
Mhm.
He could challenge, Smigel for the starting job the next year. Who knows? Same with Peter Bourque. I'm not saying Peter Bourque won't do the same thing
Mhm.
if indeed he does commit to Michigan. But the thing is that next recruiting class, Donald Tabron Jr. is going to be the number one recruit in the state of Michigan.
Mhm.
He's going to be a top 5 quarterback in that class. You have to lock up the state of Michigan, and you don't want to alienate kids from the state of Michigan, which I think
Exactly.
that happened to Michigan before, right?
Mhm.
Where coaches from certain programs were like, no, the coach that used to be at Belleville
Mhm.
would not, even
Send the kid to
let
entertain
him
Michigan.
go there.
Michigan,
Yeah.
right?
Jermaine
Yeah,
Crowell.
exactly.
Hey,
So
think about this too, M3. Think about this. During Rich Rod,
yeah,
Rich Rod was going after kids that fit his system,
yeah,
right? And he alienated a lot of kids from the state of Michigan. And
right,
what happened? Michigan State blew up.
Yep.
Michigan State blew up because of Rich Rod. So you got to take care of home, man. You got to take care of home.
That's 1,000%. By the way, you're looking at Thunder Redmond's channel. You see he got the buffs on there. Be sure to check my guy out, man. Big Tim has worked hard and he deserves this. Be sure to give him a follow, man. Big Tim, we appreciate you right here for sure. Listen,
I got a quick question.
Go ahead, Troy.
What about this wide receiver that's supposed to be number one in the state of Michigan for next year's class? Had y'all talked about him?
Dakota.
Guerant.
That's a must get for Michigan. Michigan has to get Dakota Guerant. All right. Ohio State has already locked up their number one receiver in the state of Ohio.
Right.
And Michigan has to do the same with Dakota Guerant. Listen, not too long ago, speaking of Michigan State, Michigan State beat well, I can't say they beat out Michigan because Michigan and Jim Harbaugh never really seemed to be on the Nick Marsh train, which I thought they should have been.
Right.
And Nick Marsh proved last year why they probably should have been on that train. But you know, he went to Michigan State. He went to poor little bro them. And now, you know, that could have been a great receiver for Michigan to have, especially now with Bryce there. That would have been excellent. So it's important that you win in the state of Michigan because Mr. Maize made a great point. You don't want to alienate the kids and the coaches in that state, and lose trust there. So you got to get the top ones for sure.
Because 27 is the year I think they're going after who, like Chad Willis, Durant. They got the tight end, that Cartwright or something like that. Like they got a bunch of pass catchers that they going after, and that's what I was saying. But like if we in to lock in Tabor, you know, that go a long way. You going from Detroit kid and an Underwood, and the in betweens are good enough, to throw the ball. But then we got this other homegrown kid that we've been knowing all our life. Man, that go a long way to keep it out at home.
Yeah.
Can they just go after the every player that's number one in the state?
They should. Every year, Michigan should be in the conversation for the best player in the state. Shout out to Bishop Frank. Thank you for the 333. Thank you, Maize Mad Men, Hall of Fame Barbershop fam. Yo, you get these acronyms. I think this is an acronym.
Yeah, but I'll talk about
shout out to you though, man. I appreciate you.
Every position.
That mean OUDNA, OUDNA. That mean F Ohio.
1,000%. Yo, I don't know if they go. You don't necessarily want to have to go after the number one kid at every position every year because you get in the muck and just get a couple water boys. We don't need to do that. But definitely the top kids in the state. Gentlemen, I got to get out of here. I thank each and every one of you for hopping up today. Tim, tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on.
Y'all can find me on my YouTube show. The name of the show is called the Thunder Women YouTube show. On Fridays, I'm starting a new segment. I put out the first episode yesterday, and it's called the Smash Mouth Fridays Breakdown episode.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. Hey, M3, I got a quick question before you go.
Yes, sir.
This upcoming season, are you gonna be doing any post game?
You know it. I'm gonna do every post game that I'm not at the game myself. And me and my guy G, shout out to G, we gonna be going to that Gonzaga versus Oscar Smith high school game. If y'all don't know, Gonzaga, Carter Meadows, Michigan commit, and Oscar Smith, Travis Johnson. Yeah. So we'll try to get some footage and get some interviews in from them as well. Shout out to my guy Troy, of course, We getting back to that Throwback Thursday this week. We got Troy, who we got coming up Thursday?
Touchdown, Billy Taylor.
Touchdown,
snap.
Billy Taylor Thursday. I know all the unks will appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
Billy
Hey,
Taylor
hey,
on
look,
Thursday.
hey, that was the year. His last year at Michigan was the year I became a Michigan fan.
No doubt, man.
7 years old. So
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Of
Yep.
course, my guy Mike Legend. You know, don't even got to speak about it, Mike. You my guy. My guy G. Like I said, we're gonna be checking out that game. Thunder Redman. Be sure to follow Big Tim everywhere, and me everywhere at Maize Madman. Till next time, you know the slogan: "Stay angry, my friends."
What's taking so long for the expansion announcement? Because they were supposed to have it done 45 days after they hearing, but now they're like on the almost 30 days behind schedule.
What Tim is referring to is the hammer dropping on Michigan. And yeah, you're right. Any day now,
that's a whole
we should be
nother
hearing.
show.
Yeah, we should be hearing something. They said before the season, an announcement will be made. So expect that anytime. Tim, I'm getting out of here this time, Tim.
All right.
Yeah.
Till next time, you know the slogan: "Stay angry, my."
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'ma calm down. So I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that. I just don't get it. And how the
Oh my God, we're shutting the damn live down. Good night, everybody.